Digital contract, all customers must have a real email address. No fake emails will be accepted. Any customer without a valid email rep will be deducted $50 per account. So if it's a fake email, you're just going to get deducted $50.
Yesterday I had to set up 2 emails because they were older people. So yeah, that's something to just take note of and just write down their password in the email for them so that if the tech or the children need to help them out, yeah, just create a phone.
It's extremely hard to not have an actual email. Just everyone.
Yeah.
Sebastian, what are you thinking about?
So the thought I got is, I shared it last year, but I think it's a really good one.
Oh, that one.
That one, yeah, that one.
I remember that.
It was my old principal, he was an ex-Olympian, and he taught me this small phrase. It's called easy, hard, hard, easy. So it's just kind of like how you live your life. You can do the easy thing first and do the hard thing later. You can do the hard thing first and the easy thing later. And I think that's super applicable for the summer because, you know, I struggle to get out of that bed every day. Like, this isn't like my most favorite thing to do in the world. But I don't know if I put in the time right now and I grind out for the next couple of months, like I'm just gonna be breezing through my semester and I have to worry about getting a job, like doing whatever I want. So I think if you take that to heart and just realize, like, if you just grind it out right now and bare your teeth and not waste time on the doors or go shit at the gas station, like it's all gonna be worth it in the end. So easy, hard, hard, easy, hard thing first.
That's fine.
Yes, sir. So we got a double.
Ain't nobody.
No shots, We'll let Keith be thankful, and then we're gonna let Ramon be thankful. Okay.
All right, Keith, what you think?
Thanks for asking, Ramon.
First off, thank you.
I'm thankful for my family, man. They the reason that I keep going every day, just the thought of my family and just wanting to help them get out the situation they're in. Gotta help myself first. And I'm just thankful to be as healthy as I am, to be able to wake up every day. Not everybody is healthy as we are, as blessed as we are to be in a position we're in, to move how we move and actually be able to knock the door. Pray for my boy Coops. And yeah, I'm just thankful.
Yeah.
All right, Ramon, finish with something.
I'm thankful that God woke all of us up this morning. Allowed us another day. No matter what we do, we still have another chance to fight. And other than that, I'm thankful to see all of you, all your smiling faces. Thankful that we're all going to hit at least one today. At least, all right. I'm thankful just to be here in general. And for this opportunity, I love this ADT. I mean, we on camera, huh? I love this ADT stuff. I love it. Yeah, I'm thankful for the opportunity. Sorry, buddy.
You know what's crazy? That sales manual we were reading yesterday, Maddie was going over it and we were talking about it when we were setting goals. And Ramon had the mindset of a top performer that was in that sales manual. It's like, we're going to go out and at least get one today. And in the sales manual, it was saying like mindset of low performers, they're really happy when they get one. Whereas like in a high performance, like they expect 1, 2's fine, 3 they're happy, 4 that's really good, 5 they go buy their own drinks, you know? And it's like that mindset that he has right there is like, yeah, we're just going to go out and get one. It's just like you expect it of yourself. And that's a big mindset shift rather than like, yes, I got one. And I get it, when you first get your couple, like that's really good, but yeah, that's a high performing mindset right there.
I like it.
Yeah, this is cool.
Matthew, you want pictures today?
Nugget. Nugget.
Spicy or what?
Caleb Custody. He never cussed me.
Wayne Custody.
Drop cut.
Yeah, don't do all that. We gotta run through it.
See, that's the wrong custody.
I don't know about this guy. He's Custody.
Hey, how you doing? Hey, how's it going, boss? Nice to meet you, my man. I'm working with Miss Kathy Williams over on South Park. Do you know Miss Kathy by chance?
I'm just gonna stop you right there. ADT. Hey, do you want ADT? Nah,
Don't think
guys, your wife's not really.
Yeah, absolutely. I really wouldn't expect you guys to be interested in something that I haven't really explained or given you the tools to understand yet.
Right.
Like Miss Kathy Williams up here, she's been here for 30 years. Don't mind me asking, man, have you been here that long?
Like 15 years.
15 years, that's almost half. Do you know Miss Kathy?
No, I see her, but I don't know her.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure you exactly heard. I know a few of the neighbors kind of caught word of it, but Miss Kathy Williams actually had her AC vent stolen from her second floor. Yeah, some guy crawled up on top with a ladder and everything. Yeah, just took the whole thing, ran with it. Swear to God. It's like Miss Kathy, like most of your neighbors. The craziness kind of going on in the most recent years, the past few years, it's kind of gone up. I know it's nothing new to you. I'm not
Hey, come
preach
here,
to you.
this. Come here, this. Talking about something important.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Wife from here. So like I said, Miss Kathy Williams, like most of your neighbors, just with the craziness kind of spiking in the past few years, a lot of people are looking into cameras and security. Are you familiar with security yourself?
I am. She's not. She doesn't know anything about it. Right.
Absolutely.
Security, like what you got.
Yeah, so the best part about what we got going on today, man, is I actually came to your home specifically after talking with Miss Kathy. She told me you guys take care of your front yard, you have a big, beautiful home. I'll see a lot of attraction. What I would want to do is obviously get the sign out in front of your home so a lot of people drive by, they see the sign. Obviously, you know it's good enough for you guys, so it'll be good enough for them.
Yeah, just put a sign out in front of our house.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, you guys don't really benefit much from just putting a sign out in front, so what we go ahead and do is we come on in, we cover the cost of the entire top part, obviously the security system. Like most of your neighbors like, I'm sure you want to protect what's most important to you, your home, but more importantly, your family. So we come on in, we cover the cost of the camera too. If you don't mind, sir, can I take a step inside real quick and just show you how it works?
The camera. So, what, the front doorbell camera is that 24/7?
No, sir. But the wives love your front doorbells. Do you order a lot of packages by chance, ma'am?
She does order a lot of packages.
Absolutely. So this is definitely something you guys could benefit from tremendously. If you don't mind, I can just take a step inside and I'll show you how it works real quick.
Oh, go. That's tough.
Wow. Sell on the weekend. How many you sell on Saturday?
3.
3. Yeah, that's why.
That's a 3-day pitch.
That's a 3-day pitch. No, that's a 150 calorie pitch.
No, that's 300 calories right there.
Right here.
Next Brady.
P's and C's.
No C's.
Just a couple C's. So, like, one of the C's is when they brought up the doorbell cam 24/7. You're like, no. Just like, actually, they're really neat. They're a little different, and just dance around a little bit rather than kind of being like abrasive. Another one was you didn't explain the advertising about why the cameras were getting paid for, but your energy was impeccable. That was really good. And what I liked most about your pitch was like, I chose your house for my program because of this. And it was very, very clear that you were in control of the conversation the entire time. Great energy, like when the other person came in, you re-pitched them. There was one other con that I had, but yeah, overall, like great energy. That's right. Yeah, you kept mentioning Miss Kathy, but you weren't getting any bites on that. So then I would just kind of flex your neighborhood knowledge a little bit and like kind of point out the other neighbors and see if you got a hit there and see if you could draw any lines. And then I usually don't bring crime up until I've explained what I'm doing in the neighborhood, because otherwise it looks like I'm shitting on the neighborhood too much. So I just sort of like explain the advertising a bit. Hey, what I'm doing is super different. I chose your home for this. We paid your home to advertise because of this. The reason we're paying for your home is because of the client. And that's usually how it's structured. But yeah, energy was great, smile was good. Like, do you notice how the money line that you used was, hey, yeah, look, we're not interested in ADC. And then you agreed, you overcame, and then you transitioned. So you agreed, yeah, of course you're not interested. I haven't given you the information or the tools for you to make an educated decision yet. Let me show you what I'm doing with your neighbors and see if you guys like the idea of it. And then you transitioned into the pitch, which was perfect. And it was completely like, you had practiced that line clearly, or maybe you're just making it up on the fly and you're just smooth, which is like good for you. But a lot of guys, if you can't perform that line on the doors with that agree, overcome, transition, you're going to struggle to close effectively. So that was, yeah, a perfect example of how to use a line and deliver it perfectly. So that was very good, man. Very, very good. That was kind of
from that car salesman guy that Paul Buff is.
Oh, Elliot?
Yeah.
Yeah. The agree, overcome, or the line there?
Overcome.
Yeah.
haven't given you all the tools to understand in order to like be in.
He has some very, very good lines like that and some really good pullbacks as well. But I can see that you've been watching his stuff because he really, really, really likes to take the conversation and really control it. And I could tell you were using some of, I'd listened to the same video and you were using some of the lines that are good. It was very good. Good
I
job.
think a good notable line that you said too, which I don't know if anybody caught it, but it was when they said you can go ahead and put the sign there. I hear a ton of us, they like have no clue how to respond to that. And like, that was probably the smoothest thing I've ever heard respond to that.
It's not going to benefit
It's
you
like,
much.
yeah, but it's not gonna do anything. And then you say, this is what we'll do when we give you the sign. And it's like,
Yeah, it was
That's
money. You
pretty
said, yeah, the
far.
sign is not going to benefit you all that much. That's why I'm out here, obviously, so you guys can benefit us and the company. And yeah, it was great. Very, very
sign
good.
wouldn't even benefit
You can tell that Matt has put extra thought of this outside of the doors. He's not just like going knocking the doors and shutting his brain off, right? He watched the YouTube video. Like you could tell he's premeditated and he's thought about these responses. Somebody told me that didn't work. Well, what should I say? What should I say? And he's wrestled with it in his head. That's why it was so smooth when he came out here and delivered it all. So like, make sure that you're taking extra time. Go on YouTube, go to Door to Door Podcast, watch the online university. We have hundreds of hours of tools that are just sitting there for you guys to use.
Yeah, smart people aren't necessarily people that have like a higher IQ. They're just people that can absorb information quicker, or that like apply themselves longer so they can absorb the information. So like smart people can just pick things up quickly. If you're not naturally quick at picking things up, then you just need to take the time and absorb it so that you can develop that skill. But Matt, clearly, you're absorbing things very quickly, which is really, really good. So props to you, man. Good job.
Good stuff.
All right. So,
I wouldn't say swear to God.
yeah.
They might throw a certain person off. You know, that's like.
Yeah, I said that once, not swear to God, I said he's a handsome devil. And there was this black female pastor, she like whacked me with her chunkler thing or whatever.
My grandson is not the devil.
Handsome little devil, isn't he? Almost lost that. Alright, so we're going to talk about, now I consulted the famous Brad Olfen for this training.
Oh, I can't wait for this.
Oh yeah.
Bradley Hoffman.
Bradley Olfen. So Brad had a team of whatever it was, 40 to 60 reps, and sold over 300. I think he did 323 or something. Some of these guys, they're more legend than fact, but yeah, he sold a shat ton of accounts, 300 accounts, and had a big team. So Brad knows how to run a team. And one of the things I was talking with him about, I was like, man, we merked it at the start of the summer, we're doing really good, and then independence, and then we're just slowing down, something's going on, we're knocking behind these people, blah, blah, blah. What would you give, if you were given a training or some tips to me, what would you say to the guys about knocking behind guys? So we're going to talk a little bit about how to pitch behind other companies, and then we're going to talk a little bit about, yeah, we're just going to talk about how to deal with that area right now. Just talk about elephant in the room, but this is not only going to happen in independence, right? I'm sure you've been doing door-to-door for 7 years, Ramon, or
Happens everywhere.
yeah, it happens everywhere. And Brad was saying when he first did alarms, like he would sometimes be knocking with 4 or 5 other companies in his hood, and that was pretty normal. They'd have Brinks, Apex, Pinnacle, whatever.
Especially by July, August, guys, every single door you have is going to be hit by somebody.
Yeah.
There's no way that you're first to everywhere. Pest Control, Solar, Vivint, there's tons of teams. Like they're gonna get hit. So in your head right now, that can't be an excuse. 'Cause you're gonna deal with
It's
it.
not an excuse. And so like Saturday, sold someone that had been knocked by Safe Haven 3 times, had signed up with Vivint, cancelled with Vivint, all within the span of 2 months. So they'd had like 5 security company people come to their door. And then the one that I didn't close yesterday, but got really far with further than any other door-to-door security guy, Safe Haven 4 times in like this. They had literally 2 on the same day, Safe Haven guys pull up. So it's crazy. So they had been ADT'd out, and as soon as they saw ADT on me, like I could see that they were not about it. And immediately I asked them, hey, and this is a great question that you can ask somebody, okay? So say Wayne, come up here with me. Okay, I'm asking them my question, being really friendly. Hey, I've been happy to catch you. You guys are super busy. I saw the Mustang here on Saturday. Was that your sweet car or?
Yeah, that's mine.
Oh, wow, awesome. And I need to quit my job. What do you do for work?
Gosh, I'm a mechanic actually.
Right, is that how you guys bought this house out here?
Yes.
Okay, props. Yeah, there's a lot of renters out here, so props to you guys for getting into the housing market. How long you guys been out here, if you don't mind me asking?
We just moved recently, about like 2 years.
Got it. Just told me just moved. Say 1 year.
About a year.
Got it. Okay. I imagine when you guys first moved in, you had some of those annoying ADT guys come around. And
Yeah, tons of them.
Got it. They weren't as handsome as me, or what was the deal? You guys didn't want to go with ADT at that time? What was the thinking?
We just moved in, we want to do our research.
Yeah, there's probably 1,000,001 things going on, right?
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, and my job is a little bit different. And so you can actually get that out of the customer, right? So yesterday when I chatted with them, like, yeah, we've been here 2 months. And then I helped overcome the objection because I brought it up early. So I was like, yeah, you guys probably had that annoying ADT guy come by when you guys first moved in. Did that happen to you guys? And then they'll say yes. And I'm like, oh, cool, yeah, I'm doing something different. Probably wasn't as handsome as me. Make a joke, relieve the tension. Because I'm talking about how annoying door-to-door salesmen are, so I want to relieve the tension a bit. And then gently, I'm kind of prodding, like, yeah, I know when people first move in, it can be kind of hectic. What did he explain to you guys? I'm trying to see if he's dropped price, what they liked about it, and then, you know, and they're like, oh, nothing really. He said, like, because we recently moved in, we're eligible for the pay. I'm like, yeah, normally they have like a Zillow thing they hit. I'm actually in charge of this whole neighborhood here, and I'll show on my street sheet. I get a quota for the homes that I work with to pay them to advertise for us. And now I've just differentiated myself, and I've shown them what I'm doing, and then I can pitch in. And then if I'm sitting down with them, like, oh, so you actually did chat with that Vivint guy. I know he was here about 2 months ago. Is that right, Wayne?
Yeah, he was.
Gotcha. What did you like the most about what he was doing?
I liked his front doorbell camera. He said he was gonna give us one of those.
Okay.
I just wanted to do my research and then really enjoy it.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know who Vivint is, but everyone knows who ADT is. What did you like about the doorbell camera, if you don't mind me asking, Wayne?
You're able to talk to them. Most cameras, I know you can't talk. That one, you're able to see people walk up and talk.
So now, I'm actually using the rep who's come before me to murk the sale. Like, guys, you can sit down. But a lot of the reps that come through an area, we think for some reason that they're Brady Dayton. They're not. Like, in an office, you have maybe 10 to 4 top performers in an office, probably. And then the rest of them are still learning, first summer out, first week out on the job. Some might not be working, some might have had a bad day, some might have stuffed up the pitch with the customer, they might not have street sheeted properly, they could have butched up the whole pitch. That is awesome for you guys. You can come along and they have laid the groundwork for you, and they make the sales so much easier because you have the tools to lowball them, right? And so what I want to talk about with area is like mainly mindset, but also a numbers thing. So do you think that the reps you're knocking behind have chatted to every single person in that neighborhood?
Absolutely not.
Hell no. I knock my area like crazy. I'll pull up my street sheet in a minute and I'll show you. I've been on 2 streets for 2 weeks. And like, I'm telling you, like, I will talk to it is a pain to knock behind me. We had another guy in Oklahoma knock behind me and he didn't sell nothing. And I sold 9 in that hood and he hated it. I really knock hard. I'm telling you that the guys you're knocking behind, they don't knock like that. No other company knocks like that. They will cherry pick and go to a couple houses they like the look of and move on. We knock every single door. Yeah, Cooper?
So I've like befriended like a couple Vivint reps and been pretending to be their friend, and I got them to show me their street sheet and this and that. And Nate is absolutely 100% right, guys. They just cherry pick. They drive around in a car, and they're super picky because they're not trained like us to be disciplined and to try our luck at every door. And so they just end up picking a couple nice houses they like the look of. They don't go for that crappy looking house that we assume fails credit, but then they end up being 625 and we finance it and we bang them. So like, they really are not thorough. So like, you should be glad if you're knocking behind, like, especially like a Vivint rep, because they are not thorough at all, like 99 times out of 100.
And the deal that we have to offer them is so much better.
So like,
Another thing just so you guys know
just
too.
people off too.
Yeah, Vivint, they have teams, like huge teams. They're recruiting monsters, dude. They'll go to colleges, they do all kinds of stuff to recruit. They'll recruit like 80 people, bro. They'll end the summer with like 25.
Yeah.
It's all rookies, and maybe they'll sell like 15, 20 accounts.
Yep.
They're,
For real.
No, that's how they're.
That's
They
exactly
recruit
how
like crazy. Their thing is huge volume of numbers, and then just gets funneled down. So most of them have no idea what they're doing, and it's like warm leads because it's that person that you lost that you got interested, but you didn't know how to close them and you left. Now you get to them, they already know what's up, they already know what they want because the Vivint guy already did all the work for you, and then you're there to close them because you actually know.
I'll let you in on a secret, right? Like, if there is like, if I know there's been another rep there, I'm trying to work out who he's talked to, because I know I can close his callbacks. I know it. I know I'm a better salesman than him. And I know because we don't recruit 120 people at the start of the summer. We have sat down with each of you individually and trained you and taught you. Our average guy is going to be as good as one of their better guys, right? And so that's the thing, is that you guys can close these deals that they're missing, and they've already created, like Mike said, a warm lead with an MMR of 95 bucks. So price comparison, this lady that I saw on Saturday, she was at 128 a month with Vivint, right? For a pretty basic system, had a bunch of stuff she didn't need on there. I got her at 91, finance $6 active, right? And she loved it, thought it was the bomb.com, canceled on the guy because he was a pushy butthead. And they liked the Vivint system, they thought it rocked. They canceled on him because they didn't like him. So that's another thing you guys have going on. Like, we try and teach you guys to be respectable, work hard for your customers. So, yeah.
Lady I was talking to last night, she was kind of drunk, so I didn't like close her all the way.
That's a good idea.
But yeah, she had a Vivint guy come by like 2 months ago, and
Yep.
was like, dude, she was texting her husband during the sale because she was so uncomfortable like by this guy because he was insanely pushy.
Yeah.
And was just like a weirdo. And yeah, basically, so she's, yep, price dropped her like 75, 76, and she was at like 89 with Vivint.
And she liked it?
Yeah, so
Let's
way-
go back and
way
close
better
it. That's
deal.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you guys will hear this all throughout the summer. And hey, I don't know what that Vivint guy said. I don't know if he was actually pushy, if he was in a competition. I don't know if he was just like doing his job, right? Maybe he was just trying to close him and just like saying what we would say. But regardless, it's an advantage to us because they perceive him as that, and you can play off of that. Now I just want to do a numbers thing, okay? Because knocking behind people is all mental. Okay. So Oklahoma moved to Tulsa, okay? When we went to Tulsa, we struggled a little bit our first couple weeks there last summer. About a week and a half. We struggled there. Oklahoma went there and they've hyped it up for weeks before they've gone out to Tulsa. Like, man, this area's rocks. This area's awesome. Tulsa gets hit pretty hard. They went out there, murdered it. Yesterday dropped in 20, right? There's nothing special about the area. Like, you'll notice, like the top guys, wherever we go, 8 to 10 every week, reps, no reps, old people, no old people, it doesnn't matter. So what I'm trying to help you guys see is that if you're knocking behind people, and I'm going to show you a pitch that I use if I'm knocking behind somebody, so that I can give you something practical, right? But let's do a numbers thing. So say there's 200 doors in your area, okay? Let's say, for argument's sake, that the rep that you're knocking behind has burned a third of them, okay? It's probably not that many, but a third of 200 is probably about something like 80 or 70, something like that, 70.